What's happening, Exploders? This video is gonna cover a question we get a lot on BrainExplodermerch.com, and that is which camera is right for me. All the cameras we're going to cover today are based around the Runcam 2 design. First thing we offer is the wide angle camera, and that has been completely untouched. That's stock, the way it comes from the factory. When comparing the four cameras we're talking about today, this camera has the widest angle, obviously. Now this camera is perfect for using as a selfie camera or a head camera. When you start getting up to 50 feet out or 100 feet, the subject you're looking at becomes very minuscule and is completely useless for actually tracking the BB. But it's not intended to be used as a zoom camera, so we can't really judge it on that. It is a great camera just by itself to start with. It shoots at 1080p resolution at 60 frames a second, has a quick change battery, has Wi-Fi controls and image stabilization. All great features, and all the other cameras have these same features as well. Now moving along to the first actual zoom camera is a BEM CQB camera, and this is based on the 16mm lens. Again, it's the Runcam camera modified. Now this is great, as the name implies, for CQB weapons, something like a pistol, a shotgun, SMG, or a rifle if you use that indoors. Basically anything within the short range. The actual operational range is about 0 to 100 feet, so even point blank you'll be able to hit a target and still make out the BB. And all the way to 100 feet, which for indoor, that's pretty much the max you're ever going to shoot at. Now you could use this outdoors, and in fact Dutch the Hooligan used to use a 16mm camera. There's definitely a lot of application for it. It has a really great looking image, and when it comes to the movement that the camera captures, it's very minimal, and you want that because the camera still has a fairly wide field of view. Any movement is not amplified like it is with a higher zoom camera. Moving on to the second zoom camera, and that's the BEM field level zoom camera. This camera has been fitted with a 35mm lens, which gives you more zoom. It's similar to the 16mm camera in its form factor, and just like the previous camera, it could be mounted onto a Picatinny mount that we offer as an optional accessory. The difference is obviously more zoom, since you're going up in the millimeter size. And this camera is effective from about 50 to 200 feet based on kind of where it's focused, and you could mess with that a little bit yourself. Now in this example, mine's focused a little further out, so when we focus it, we try to go for about that 50 to 200 range. That covers pretty much most outdoor rifles, and that's again the name field, that's where it comes from, so it's great for field use. Anything like AGs that are shooting about 400 feet per second, DMRs even. In fact, a lot of your favorite YouTubers use this as their Scopecam. For example, House Gamers uses it on top of his VSR10, as well as Silo and Clean Shot. This camera is definitely the most versatile of the three that we offer. It's good for close-up engagements, and it's great for even long-range stuff. If you plan on using this on a lot of guns, maybe you'll be playing a little bit of indoors, maybe you'll be doing a little bit of DMR or sniper stuff, this is the best option because it'll give you the most focusable range, and it still has a nice clear image, and you don't get as much of that movement when you're tightly zoomed in on something. Now if you're a dedicated sniper, then the next camera is for you, and that's the BEM sniper level camera. This camera is built entirely around the 90mm lens. What that means, it's been designed to fit that lens, and the whole housing that holds the camera and the lens is built to be one unit. So when you buy this, the housing is included, the mount, it's a Picatinny mount, so that's included. All you choose from is either buying an SD card or extra batteries. As the name suggests, it's a sniper level zoom camera. It's great for about 100 to 300 feet. Now if you're using this on a sniper, this is perfect because most fields have a 100-foot minimum engagement distance. What you get with this camera is the most detail at distance because it has the highest amount of zoom. When you're looking at somebody 200 feet down range, you'll be able to see the BB hit their shirt and their gear wrinkle from the hit. It's that detail. With more zoom, there's of course a downside, and that's every movement is amplified. Here you can see just from the wind blowing while we're recording with our camera rig, all the little movement that is invisible on the wide angle cameras is fairly noticeable on the tighter zoom cameras. So just keep that in mind when you're taking the shot. Stabilize yourself, maybe if a bipod, maybe leaning against something, and if you're recording, track your BB, wait till it gets to the target, keep your rifle up, because there's about a 2-3 second travel time, depends on how far you're shooting. And if you're sniping, you should probably be doing these things anyway, just to keep your shot as accurate as possible. And this is a camera that's used by some of the most popular YouTubers out there, since sniping has become so popular. Jet Desert Fox uses this camera, Novrich has just recently started using it, and Swamp Sniper has been using it for quite some time, and I think he makes some of the most underrated videos out there, so be sure you check him out and see the camera in action. So there you go, guys. That's a quick look at our cameras. No better way to decide for yourself than looking at the actual imagery. As you can see, we have all levels of zoom no matter what you play, from CQB to sniper. Check out BrainExploderMerch.com to pick up one of these cameras, and as always, you'll see me on the next one.
Make sure you don't get woo! Got him.
Nice.
Got him.